Uh, Today is going to be a powerful continuation about momentum and accelerating. Yesterday, I shared something from Brian Carruthers, and I'm walking up a hill, so forgive the huffing and puffing. But sometimes creating momentum is like climbing uphill. It's the extra work to go up the hill. But once you get up there, pushing a car up a hill, you can hop in that car and just ride it on down. Ride that momentum all the way down the hill. So he said he always treats the month of November like a 15-day month. 15-day month. Because of all the distractions and the holidays and the mindset that people go into, which means whatever he wants to accomplish by the end of November, he makes sure that it gets accomplished by the 15th. By the 15th. And that's going to apply to December as well. How wise is that? And I realized something the other day, and that is, if we're not careful, we'll fall into the mindset that thinks that we actually need more time to achieve a goal, or our team members need more time to achieve a goal. But if that were true, that would mean the more time we give people, the more goals they would be accomplishing. And we all know that's just not the case. Am I right? So,
Yeah.
so if more time is not the answer, the question becomes, what is the answer? And the answer is, we don't need more time to achieve our goals. We need more urgency with the time we already have. We need more urgency within the time that we already have. So I've made a groundbreaking shift in my own productivity standards. There's a video on my YouTube channel called the 5 Productivity Standards. They're like the 5 gears of a stick shift vehicle. 0 productivity standards is first gear. If I get to it, I get to it. Monthly is second gear. Something kicks in by the end of the month. Oh my gosh, the end of the month is almost here. I got to produce something. That's somebody that has a monthly standard. Third gear is the weekly. The week is almost over. We got to produce more results. Something kicks in and they've got to get a certain amount of production done before the week is out, because that's what their standard is set for, consciously or unconsciously. Daily is fourth gear. Man, the day is halfway done and not enough productivity has happened in my business. I've got to increase my productivity. And then there's hourly, and that's within some form of an hour. The business owner is checking in, or the manager's like, wait a minute, the CEO, we got to have enough productivity within this next 1 to 3 hours. Or when it's in, if you own a McDonald's and you have a standard that every 7 minutes we're moving a car 7 minutes or less around this baseball diamond through this drive-through, and it's taking 10 minutes to move a car around the drive-through, you're freaking out. You what? No, we got to shift something. Something has to change now. So they're course correcting immediately because the standard is set. We're moving a car every 7 minutes. So the question is, what are your standards? And the answer to that is not what you would like them to be or what you want them to be, what it feels like they are. The answer is found in actually checking, when does my productivity kick in where I'm hyper productive? And I just turn it on and I'm laser focused and productive for that season of time. Is it never? Is it the end of the month when that kicks in? Is it every week it kicks in? Is it every day that kicks in? Or is it every 1 to 3 hours or so? Every 1 to 3 hours or less, it kicks in. I gotta produce. And so the big question though is, do my standards match my goal? That's the one. Do my standards match my goal? So those who have a monthly standard, they get a certain amount of productivity by the end of the month, but that's not enough to qualify Performance Club. They might almost qualify regularly. It's just the standard doesn't match the goal. They've got to shift the standard if they want Performance Club. Those who have a weekly standard, they qualify Performance Club regularly, but once a week boost in productivity is not enough to qualify Executive Director. So if your goal is Executive Director, and you wouldn't be on here if it wasn't, then the standard has to shift to at least daily. ED equals every day. That's what that means. That means every day something's kicking in. I got to produce a certain amount. As the CEO, I must produce something between me and my organization. I must produce more than enough to stay on track, produce more than enough activity, invites and three-way calls, invites, presentations, three-way calls, invites, guests in front of a presentation, three-way calls. Those, notice I keep saying the same three numbers. Those are the numbers. Invites must go up. The number of guests in front of a presentation must go up. The number of three-way intros after the presentation must go up. Those are the three numbers. That's the income producing activity. That's the 80-20 rule. Those are the 20% activities that produce 80% of the results. That's your shortcut to success. That's your highest leverage point. That's working smarter instead of harder. That's making sure you're profitable in the time. You're increasing the number of new people getting invited. How many blocks of time are in your calendar and in your team members' calendar to invite more people? We're going to focus this 30 minutes, this 15 minutes, this hour on inviting, and we're going to throw down the challenge. Let's throw out an inviting challenge. I dare you to invite 100 people in an hour. Let's just make it fun, make a game out of it. Let's go for it. What do we have to lose? What do we have to gain? Nothing to lose, everything to gain. Let's go for it. That's what CEOs do. You're creating inviting challenges. Now, in order for me to invite 100 people in an hour, that forces me to be creative and find 100 people to invite. Okay, well, since I committed to the challenge, wow, isn't it interesting how fast I figured out where to find 100 people to invite? Because I committed to the challenge. So inviting is the first income producing activity. And then the number of guests in front of a presentation. It's not about the number of presentations. We could schedule 5 Zooms and have 0 guests. So it's not about the number of Zooms that got scheduled. It's the number of guests we got onto a Zoom. And that comes from inviting. The number of invites. So as leaders, when we're maximizing our time, we're focusing less on the things that don't matter that much, that don't move the needle that much, and more on the things that move the needle the most. Inviting, guests, number of invites, number of guests, and the big one, the most important one, is the number of three-way intros. The number of three-way intros, getting out of the way. So let me share with you all practically how this has changed the game for me. So I realized I wasn't satisfied. Miss Faith, you're giving us an echo for some reason. I wasn't satisfied with my standards. For some reason, I was giving myself all day long to do my 2 to 5 invites, as if it took all day long to do 2 to 5 invites. So I had a daily time and productivity standard for it, but I realized, wait a minute, if I plan this out, how fast could I do my 2 to 5 every day? Ask yourself that question. How fast could I do my 2 to 5 every day? And I realized, wait a minute, it only takes 5 to 10 minutes to go into my Facebook, find some people that I said happy birthday to, or go into my cell phone and find 2 to 5 people that I haven't reached out to, or go into LinkedIn, or go into social media, or grab some business cards that I've collected, because I'm always collecting business cards. I'm like, wait a minute, come on, coach. Does it really take all day long to knock out your 2 to 5? And the answer was no. With a little bit of planning, it only takes me 5 to 10 minutes. So, coach, why would you take all day long and wait till the last 5 to 10 minutes of the day to do that simple activity where you can get 10 times more productivity? You can inspire 10 times more productivity in your team if you do your 2 to 5 invites by 8:30 in the morning as a part of your morning routine. Because if you knock it out early by 8:30 in the morning, you can go share that with your team and inspire your team early in the morning and challenge them to knock theirs out early in the morning. Now, not only have you done yours, but you just inspired a whole group of people to do theirs. And there's plenty of day left where they can inspire more people to do theirs. And all the extra activity we do is bonus. Did anything change in the amount of time that I had? Absolutely not. The only thing that changed was the amount of urgency I brought within the time that I already have. Game changer. And then I realized, all right, I've been slacking on my personal three-way intros, because sometimes we can get so caught up in doing three-way intros for the team, which is necessary, but we find ourselves not leading by example with our personal three-way intros. And if you know the phrase, more three ways equals more paydays, no three ways equal no paydays. So I wasn't happy with my recruiting numbers, my personal recruiting numbers. I do more than enough. I do enough of my 2 to 5 a day to recruit 5 to 10 people a month, but I wasn't doing enough three-way intros to convert those 2 to 5 a day into 5 to 10 recruits a month. Are y'all catching me? Who can relate to this? And so I threw down a challenge for myself and my power team leaders the other day. I said, yesterday, I did 0 three-way intros. And you know what? That's ridiculous. So today, I'm going to do 4. 2 for yesterday and 2 for today. I'm getting back on track with my three-way intros, my personal three-way intros. So because I made that commitment, I had a new standard for the day. The reason why I wasn't doing it, because I didn't have a standard that required me to do it. But watch what happened. Because I made that commitment to other people, I now have workout partners, accountabilities, a new standard. I had an urgency to get my 4 three-way intros. And it's crazy how our mind can make up a story that, oh, where am I going to find 4 people? And all those stories hit me. And I said, cut it out. I told the negative thought, shut up. It's just a text message. It's just a text message. So let me look at my follow-up journal. Let me look at my invites and see who has not yet gotten a three-way intro. Who, and so all these people were stuck at first base. They got some information, but hadn't yet got a three-way intro. So very quickly, I was able to find 4 people to send a text message to. I looked at my phone and saw, wow, when I was in DC last week, all these Uber drivers in my phone that I got to first base, but never introduced them to Mr. Boone to help invite him to a local event in DC. How easy is it for me to send a text message, a three-way text? Hey, Mr. Boone, I'd like to introduce you to my Uber driver, James, who's looking for a legitimate work from home opportunity in the DC area. Would you please share with him the upcoming events in the DC area? Thank you. Boom, 1 3-way text. Oh, James referred his daughter. I didn't even reach out to her yet. Let me go ahead and do the same thing. Send another 3-way text to Mr. Boone for the DC area to help confirm them for the next event. And then I did a third one. And then I realized, oh, I was in Pittsburgh, California, and I grabbed 11 business cards from a restaurant. And I reached out to those business card folks and I said, are you ever open to networking? I host networking events in the Pittsburgh area. Are you ever open to networking to promote what you do? And I got a response back from Marcus. Marcus says, absolutely. Here's my email. Here's my info. And so I went, oh, that's an easy 3-way intro. And so I reached out to the event holder in Pittsburgh and said, Ms. Gant, I'd like to introduce you to my new colleague, Marcus. Would you be willing to, will you please share with him the upcoming networking events in the Pittsburgh, California area? That was another 3-way intro. How long did it take me to send 4 3-way intros? About 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And guess what happened? By the end of the day, I was minding my own business, living my own life. And I get a message back, oh yeah, your guest, Marcus, came and he brought someone with him to that event. The other 2 didn't make it to the event. I got another message, hey, I'd like to become an associate. See, I didn't recruit them. I didn't do anything but the 3-way text, and the system did the rest. So my new standard, as you all will see in my Quick Performance Club check-in message that I send out every morning by about 8:30 a.m., Tuesday through Friday, and by 11:30 a.m. on Mondays, because I have back-to-back Zooms. It now not only says the names of the people and where I found them, but the number of 3-way intros, because my new standard is to not only do my 2 to 5 by 8:30 a.m., but to knock out at least 2 3-way intros by the same time. It's changing the game, everybody. Dr. Wiggins, why don't you kick us off and everybody raise your digital hand. What are you taking away for yourself? Kick us off, Dr. Wiggins.
Good morning, everyone. Coach, you're catching me in mid-chew, but I am an executive director. I am an executive director maker. I'm a leader developing other leaders. I'm from the great state of Missouri, Kansas City, by way of Lee Summit, Missouri, on the Letitia Randolph Power Team. What I'm catching from this is accountability. Those texts that you send us and that you send to me help keeps me accountable that if I hadn't done it yet, I need to get on it, because it's a constant reminder of what I should be doing, not just daily, but what I'm hearing you to say is that my standard has got to graduate from daily to hourly. And so the three-way, this is the other thing, and excuse me for anyone, I was getting my last chew in. uh, um, the other thing is this that I'm getting from what you are sharing is that I understand that a lot of people are busy, but what I'm getting is that I can do a three-way text. I can do a three-way text where the person that I'm connecting with, whether it's you, coach, or whether it's Letitia Randolph, or whether it's, and what I'm so glad about is that Mrs. Randolph has shared with us a list of people to where if we can't get you or we can't get her, there's others on the team that we can incorporate as it relates to a three-way call expert. But now I'm hearing that the game has been upped. The ante has been up because now I can do a three-way um, text to incorporate that expert to come in. And so I thank you for sharing. I was definitely making notes as it relates to that. And so I've learned, as far as technology, I've seen too many glitches in it. I'm not a fan of technology, but it's making me to grow. And when you're uncomfortable, that's when you grow. So thank you for that this morning, Coach.
Let's go. Make some noise for Dr. Wiggins. Woo, woo.
Dr.
All
Wiggins.
right, Dr.
Dr.
Wiggins.
Dr.
Okay,
Wiggins.
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Who's next?
I'll go next. This is Deidre Glover, Houston, Texas Corns Power Team. I'm an executive director, and I am an executive director maker. Um, what I'm really loving is how with ease you just think of these ways to connect somebody to someone else. The three-way expert to your person, and it's not the same. It's not the same as how you've been doing it. And I'm just curious as to, wait a minute. I need more clarity on it, because you invited, you met people and you introduced them to an event holder. Yeah, I just need more clarity on it.
Well, you said a key phrase, and it's that phrase you just said is not different than I've been doing it.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I'm always thinking, what is an excuse to put this person in a three-way text?
Uh-huh.
That's not new for me,
No, it's not. But
but that is the answer. The question is the answer. I'm just looking for a reason to connect them with somebody else to
uh-huh.
help to get them to second base, so that person can help me lead them to third base, which is a live event. That's the number one purpose of a three-way, is to move that person to third base,
Uh-huh.
a live event.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So what I realize is that all these prospects on my list, everybody I talk to, they live somewhere. They live somewhere. They live in a particular city or state. And the ultimate goal is to get them into a live event in that city or state. So why not ask the meeting holder or even a workout partner to confirm them for the event in their area, the next event? And boom, without even thinking about it, I wasn't focused on whether that person showed up or not. I was not emotionally attached to the result. To be honest, I was just going through the motion to hit my number. But guess when I have had the best recruiting results? It's when I'm not even focused on the results. I'm just trying to hit my number,
Okay.
because the numbers take care of the results, not my emotions. My emotions usually slow down my results. The
Mm.
numbers, the numbers increase my results. So I'm just hitting the number and I get the best results ever.
Wow.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Show some love for Miss Glover, everybody. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes,
Woo,
thank you.
Right,
Miss
Thank
Sister
you.
Glover.
Deidre.
Woo, woo.
All right.
One last person, real quick.
You ask the best questions.
Yes, she does. One more, real quick. Going once, going twice. All right. So I dare you all. What? Put in the chat. What time can you take 5 minutes? What's the earliest in the day? Realistically, what's the earliest time in the day that you can knock out your 2 to 5 and do a couple 3-way texts? By what time in the day? What's the earliest time? Go ahead and drop it in the chat on a typical day.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, ma'am. We're wrapping up.
Real
Go ahead.
quick, it's amazing you talked about this today because this morning I woke up and I put in a hashtag in social media and I went through there and connected with as many people as I could because I had a goal to get all of mine done before 7:30 a.m. with my new busy schedule. And what I just wanted to say was thank you for the strategies. I know you've done it in the past, but the way that you outlined it today is something I definitely see that can speed the process that I had started working on with making sure I get my 10 reach outs done before 8 a.m. So I'm going to add that to my strategy because some of them were initial connects where I go on there and say, hey, your page came up on my feed. We don't know each other very well yet. And I'll either say, do you use networking? Or I'll say, let's get together to find ways to support. So I can go back and utilize that strategy with those that I put in this morning. So I'm really excited about learning that that Lowry seasoning to put on my on my plate. So thank you for that. Faith
You're
Abraham,
welcome.
I am an executive director. I am an executive director maker on the Bell Power Team. Landed my plane.
Let's go. Make some noise for Faith Abraham, everybody. Woo, woo.
All right, Faith, let's go.
Good, Faith. Thank you.
So here's my challenge for everybody. Whatever that time is, I dare you make it your new standard today. I'm getting it done by that time. And if this is a day where that time already passed, just move it up an hour or whatever it is, but set a new standard as early as possible. The beginning of your day. Eat that frog, as as Brian Tracy would say in his book, Eat That Frog. If that's the most important activity of the entire day, get it done first thing in the day. First thing in the day. And let's go crush it. Like it feels so good to know that you are a CEO. Like, wow, I did that. I got it done early. I'm leading by example. I'm highly productive. I'm inspiring my team. I am an executive director and an executive director maker. Have a great day, everybody. Love y'all.
Thank
What time
you.
is it?
Rain
Thank you.
time.
On time.
Next stop.
Platinum.
Platinum.
Platinum.